Hello everyone, NoctM0 here, and today I'm doing another game gem, this time Victor Vran. Now this game pretty much is the Motorhead game. Think of, what is it, Let Me Kill Mister? Uh, we all know who he is, and his band Motorhead. From what I understand, this is the Motorhead video game that they were kind of talking about, that I remember hearing about, and then I saw a video Alpha Omega Sin did a little while ago, and I just kept thinking, do I want this? Because I remember playing Brutal Legend back in the day, and that game was phenomenal from what I remember. I beat that game, I think, twice, and it was just so fun going through. Now, when it comes to Victor Vran, it has nothing to do with it, although I kind of like to think it's a spin-off in some ways, because I know that Double Fine had nothing to do with this one, but still, it's a fun game all around. First off, plays almost like Diablo. What the only thing is, there are no classes in this, but you get weapons in the game that do make up for that. But let me show you some gameplay as I talk about this, because this is really a fun game. Okay, so the story of Victor Vran's pretty simple. He's on a quest, searches for his friend in a place called Zagaravia. I believe that's what it's called. In the search for his friend, the city is under siege by demons, and I think it's been doing that for a number of years. I don't want to give too much of the story away, but pretty much Victor ends up trying to save the city, and he ends up doing so. There's also the DLCs as well. I forget the names, the Forgotten Realms or something like that. I don't think it's the Forgotten Realms because I'm almost certain it's Dungeons and Dragons. Probably. Anyway, but the other one that I really do like among the story stuff is the Motorhead DLC, which I think is such a love letter to both Motorhead fans and fans of games like Diablo and stuff. They just add so much fun, so crazy. One thing that I do enjoy is the fact that my wife actually really enjoys this. It's hard for me to find a game to play with her, but lately all she does is Diablo because that's just easy. Another cool thing is the creator of the Toxic Avenger is in this game as well. I think he has something to do with Victor Vran. I didn't do too much research on the background of the game. I just, other than just seeing what Alpha Omega Sin talked about in the little bits that I heard about, and just by playing the game itself, it's fun, and just seeing that they added just this really cool elements of story and gameplay. I mean, the gameplay's solid. I have my few issues with some of the things of the gameplay, but other than that, I mean, I think it's overall something that's fun and worth checking out. And as you can see with the gameplay, almost looks like Diablo, but of course they have some weird World War II elements, at least in the Motorhead DLC. Victor Vran himself has a variety of weapons and different skills. You don't level up like you would in Diablo, where you unlock a different skill. Each weapon has their own sets of skills. I like that, just as you saw just before, that you can wall jump and jump to higher areas. Honestly, when I'm playing Diablo, I kind of get annoyed that I have to run all the way around just to get to a higher up area. I'm thinking I could just jump that. I mean, like, characters like these should be able to jump that, but nope, can't jump in Diablo. Not that I'm knocking Diablo. Diablo is a great game in its own right. I don't know. I prefer how Victor Vran so far has done this. Again, another issue though is the fact that there's no classes, so you can't play as different classes of Victor Vran. You do get different costumes that unlock certain abilities or allow you to do certain things, such as I think one of the classes allows you to build up your super meter or whatever that's called. That allows you to do your demon power-ups. Different weapons, of course, do different abilities. Like I liked using the handguns because I was thinking of like Devil May Cry. It also makes me think of the Demon Hunter in Diablo with dual wielding the crossbows. It's all fast-paced gameplay, fast-paced everything really. Enemies are just coming at you left and right, and they just don't stop. Every map that you're on has its own set of quests that you have to fulfill. It's not like you're in Diablo where you're given a side quest and you have to do that side quest on the side. This is just stuff you do as you progress the game, more experience, more gold to buy stuff, and or you unlock certain loot chests and whatnot that allow you to get some even better items. Another complaint I have about this game, though, is there is couch co-op, yes, but it's kind of like a reverse of another really cool top-down game, Diablo-style game, Van Helsing, or The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing. Okay, so The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing, the way they do this multiplayer, there's no couch co-op at all, which I really think they should have done that. Another thing about Van Helsing is the fact the way the multiplayer it's only online. In this game, the couch co-op only works where they have to make another profile on your profile. So if you're playing with a buddy, they can't just simply make a character or something on their own profile and start earning trophies. It kind of pissed off my wife that she couldn't do something like that. She was hoping to earn trophies as she plays, but because she couldn't do that, she couldn't. She had to go on her own profile, and I had to help her build up a character from the ground up. So the character that she spent a good portion of time making was not in that profile. It pissed her off. So, and it's kind of pissed me off too, because I leveled up Victor so much that I was hoping, oh, I can just bring mine over. Nope, can't do that. Online also works in that if you're doing couch play, you can't do up to, like, you can't do online and couch play like you do with Diablo. I think Diablo does it perfectly, where you can do couch co-op as well as online play with somebody, which I just don't understand how they couldn't figure that out. I mean, if Diablo can do it so freaking easy, I don't know. Maybe it's because Blizzard just has the resources to be able to do server stuff. I mean, come on, they made World of Warcraft, but doesn't really detract from how fun the game is to play. Especially if you just want to invite a friend over, or if you have siblings or whatnot. I mean, who's going to really truly care? But it's just little tidbits like that kind of annoy me about how Victor Vran is. Story-wise, it's actually really good. Voice acting-wise, I'm impressed. If you guys all know Geralt of Rivia from The Witcher, the same voice actor is the voice of Victor Vran in this game. Every time I heard the trailer, I'm like thinking, is that Geralt talking? Now it makes me wonder, is the guy talented, or is the guy just, he only knows how to do that one voice? Because you can easily tell it's Geralt. But again, I don't know. I don't do that whole voice hiring stuff. I mean, I have a friend who manages voice actors, sure. I don't know how the process is, and I haven't really heard this guy in other games, and if I have, then he probably is good then. I don't know. But it was overall really fun. They have like a little hub world as well, where you can buy, sell weapons, transmute some stuff. They also have tarot cards that allow you to increase certain abilities, increase your health, vitality, different weapons, of course. That will get amplified as well. I do like using the guns in the game, like the shotgun, the electric gun. I tried showing my wife that the electric gun was kind of like the electricity attacks that the wizard or mage does in Diablo. Again, really cool stuff. Her favorite weapon in the game currently is the guitar, because as you're attacking enemies, it forces them to headbang, and they can't do nothing but just headbang until they die. It's real fun. The co-op really isn't that bad, but another shitty aspect of it is the fact that both players control the right thumbstick, and unlike in Diablo where you can dodge roll with the right thumbstick, in this game you can rotate the camera. So if one person accidentally rotates the camera, it's can completely disorient somebody else. So my wife and I tend to just try to avoid using the right thumbstick. The only time I ever adjust it is so I make sure that the map is rotated with the world around me, because the map stays stationary. So as long as I can line it up to where it matches up with everything in the mini map, I don't have to pull up the big map to find out where I'm at. It just makes it easier, because it's confusing as shit. I don't know why they did it that way. I thought it was kind of dumb, but still, little tidbits right here and there doesn't stop this game from being fun. Now, this game, I believe, was like $29.99, and that's with the Motorhead DLC and the Forgotten Worlds DLC, or Infinite Worlds. I don't really remember which is what. like you can get the regular standard edition of Victor Vran. I think that's probably $10 less. To me, not really worth it though, without the other DLCs, because you get so much with it. The game does have replay value because there's a lot of items to collect, a lot of different costumes of Victor collect. Because you start out with his standard outfit as well as the 3 other outfits that you get with the Motorhead stuff, and then as you progress, you just unlock more stuff. Other than that, I mean, it feels like a really solid game. I feel like the PC one might be the better version for most people, but I'm honestly looking for others to play this game because I try to get others to check it out. Like, I have so many friends who are into Diablo, and I'm like, oh, well, have you checked out Victor Vran? Like, no, what's Victor Vran? I'm like, oh, well, you should definitely check out Victor Vran. And anyway, I'm rambling a little bit too long now, but if you guys enjoyed the gameplay, let me know. Hit the like button, and please share this video. I want other people to know about Victor Vran. I'm surprised how many people don't know who he is.
Take care.